Miniature espresso.
Yeah.
Be like one of these like bullshit luxury things where like people just do it to prove that they're
Like it's something?
yeah.
Like it's something special?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's recording.
Oh yeah, boy!
Well.
Damn, we're back.
Look who it is.
Yeah. So, how you feeling, guys? What you been up to?
I've been staying social. Yeah.
Social or sober?
Social.
Okay.
But yesterday I like partied a lot and was sober the whole time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
I like it as well.
feel it's weird, like when other people are on a different like vibe?
I don't. I mean, maybe that's a sign of psychopathy, like where I'm like not. I don't give a shit about their opinion, but
Okay.
like, yeah, I don't know. Like, if I drink because like I want to feel better, and it's not always easy. Sometimes I have like a weird diet, so sometimes that's actually harder than the drinking social pressure.
Right. Yeah.
It's like people are like, come to this dinner party. And I'm like, well, I want to socialize with you guys, but I have a lot of food allergies. Shit. But anyway,
You can just bring your fruit.
right?
You can just bring your watermelon.
Right?
And just like put it on the table and eat it with a spoon.
Right?
And that's it.
Dude, that's like the best.
It's like ask, like literally just go to the restaurant and be like, hey, like I have a lot of food allergies. Can I just like bring my own food?
Yeah,
And then you just like bring like half of a watermelon
yeah,
and then you devour it. Oh,
yeah.
actually, you devour it with your mouth without using a spoon.
Oh, yeah.
And then like, and then like all the girls are like looking at you like getting really fucking wet.
Skills. That guy's
And
got
it's
skills.
like, oh my god.
That guy's got skills.
What?
He can
Eating
destroy a
watermelon.
pussy like
Yeah.
it's so messy.
All right,
Destroying
guys.
watermelon. It's like, oh my god. Imagine how that guy eats pussy. If he eats like that, it's like, oh my god.
Dang. All right, guys, line up. One by
Open your leg.
One legs. Let's do a tasting.
one at a time.
Oh, that can be also part of the last lick offering, like a
Yeah.
product offering, like
Yeah.
having
Did
like
you-
a line of like 20 women.
What's the last lick?
I-
Because I don't
Wait,
know what
wait,
you're talking about.
We just came up with this.
You were setting up. I just had this idea yesterday. So like, you drink an espresso and usually like by the end. Well, okay, by the end it's also gritty, which
Exactly.
also is an interesting experience. But I'm thinking we filter out the gritty part. We serve espressos that are basically like 1/10 the size of a normal espresso.
Okay.
Maybe not 1/10, but like maybe 20% of an espresso, and we serve it like super hot and like just. But that's your espresso. It's just like 20% of one, so it's a miniature size, and that's it. It's just like a luxury, like experience to have like the last sip of an espresso for like $10. Some shit.
Yeah, maybe with some dark chocolate. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that really
That
hits.
was right.
Yeah.
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 And then I came in, and my idea was like, oh, let's do a funeral house
Yeah.
that has the name of Last Leg, and then like we can just fulfill all of your sexual fantasies
But why is it a funeral
It's
house?
because
No,
it's your last
because it's your last leg.
lick.
So it's like it's the last party,
So
you know?
it's for people who are dying
Yeah,
Yeah.
to.
to party hard and have like
Get one more.
get one more crazy experience of whatever they
Can you
want.
get hard when you're in your deathbed?
Uh,
Probably not.
Depends on your
Condition.
condition.
yeah, and also depends on how much Viagra you've swallowed.
Yeah. It would have to be. It's probably not going to be like literally like as you're on your way out. It's going to be
No, but the thing
months.
is, still, like if we're gonna do this, we need we need them to sign the wager. It's like if something happens to the
When-
guy,
Yeah.
It's like-
yeah.
it's 100% their responsibility. It's like
Yeah.
if he
Right.
takes too much Viagra and then dies having sex with somebody, I was like, that was sort of like that might actually happen. So
Which
it's-
is actually how
That's
you're
all them.
gonna. That's how you're gonna go out, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I want to go out like because I want to go to Valhalla. You know, like it's a Vikings heaven.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
like there's only two ways to get there: either die between the thighs of a woman or during battle.
Okay.
Really, that's the only two ways?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
there's no other way.
You know, I read some like weird shit about the Vikings. Apparently they were like disgusting. Like they didn't like shower. Like they were like really like barbaric. I mean,
Yeah, barbarians.
yeah. Like I guess it's not that surprising, but I like the kind of shit they did was horrible. Like they would pass around a bowl where they would like wash their face and then clean their nose, like snot out, spit in it, and then pass it to the next person. The guy does the same. They do the same. Like they just move around like that. They also didn't have any rules about like whose woman it is.
Mm.
So like they were just like there were no like familial relationships. Any man to woman relationship could be sexual.
Yeah.
So it was a bit really
They,
fucked
they
up.
were also a bit nomadic from what I've heard. So like they were conquerors for sure. Like they conquered
Right, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
A lot of the northern Europe. But then like they went, they destroyed the whole villages. They killed all the men and all the kids, and they took all the women.
Right, yeah.
And sorry, I think they took all the women, enslaved all the kids, and killed all the men, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the idea is like the thing is they've done it so many times that it's like it's only I would say sort of like they forced the natural selection where like only like the strongest guys would actually like have kids and procreate and all of that. So it's like genetically it was actually very beneficial for their way of living because like they will get the strongest and the strongest guys like grab the hottest women, the
Right.
cutest women, and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I want to have kids with. That's it.
Yeah. You know, actually, I learned a lot about the Balkans
Mm.
and their Yugoslavian breakup and the wars, like in the last month. Because I was chilling in Valencia with my girlfriend and her friends. A lot of them were Balkans, and they were just sharing like traumatic war stories about their uncles. Because this war happened recently, right? It's the late
Yeah.
80s, 90s. So they have like video footage. They have like uncles who went to war, like even like their dads and stuff. And they were telling us about like how like they used to do a bunch of drugs before they went to
To the
fight
war,
a lot of the times because you just want to be like completely fearless.
Yes.
And yeah. that
Like
works.
Nazis also like they took a lot of like crystal meth and that sort of stuff
Right.
because like it would make you like unbeatable, fearless, and it's like you don't have to sleep for like 2-3 days. But then like your body pays the price, right? So it's the frontline guys who would take that shit.
Right. And the old H himself, the
Well, yeah, Mr. H.
Mr. H would.
Our favorite person.
Oh my goodness. No, but yeah, he was all. They were also into like really mysticism and like really weird. I don't know, supplementation or like he had this like really weird doctor, and then like it'd be like I don't know what it was, like experimental like medicines
Yeah.
and like
Mm.
all this interesting stuff. Like there's all these documentaries, you know, on those times. Very strange.
The thing is, like, it's middle of the war. They try to human tests, right? Like at the time, it was not illegal, and it's like, hey, I'm just gonna do like live human trials on all of these people to try to like to get an edge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like no, I think no resources were spared on the Nazi side, like to win the war. It's like the end will justify the means, and that's
Yeah.
it.
You know, actually, a little bit after that, a little modern time, there was some actually really useful ones that have been developed, like some useful kind of supplements or medications
Mm.
that were derived like when like the Soviet Union versus the USA, like the Cold War like rivalry of like the Olympics and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that's a little bit of a better one because it was like more for sports performance and stuff like that.
Right,
But
yeah.
like it's kind of cool that some of that stuff like it's still around today. Like I don't know, creatine or some of these
Yeah.
like enhancing ones are still around. It's cool. So
For sure.
yeah.
Like here's a like a bit contradictory, not contradictory, but problematic. Problematic. Controversial. Thank you. Controversial thing. It's like I don't really like I think the prison system is, especially in US, it's broken, and the thing is, it also to me doesn't really like makes a lot of sense where you have, even like in Portugal, you have the people and they're like living there, and at the end of the day we are trying to rehabilitate them into being like normal part of the society. Why don't we just like put those people to work, or some of those people can be like part of
Slaves.
human trials?
Human trials.
You know, the problem with that is, you know, like I had a very like a close family member who got involved, who later turned out like there was no issue, but he spent like 10 days in prison, right? So that's my issue. Like I saw like the UK justice system very close up, and I saw that it works pretty well, but I also saw that, you know, you can be in prison while awaiting for your trial, and also you may be falsely convicted. So your conviction accuracy must be super high to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because if somebody's later, like, you know, read those stories that 20 years later the person was absolved of his sins, but then
they
like,
found DNA or the technology evolved so they could like test the things. Yeah.
But if during that period they did things on him, like that could be pretty
No,
bad.
the thing is, it's also, I think it's also like should be like up the prisoner, right? Like you have prisoners in Brazil, they have some of the prisons, not all of them. It's like they have the option of like riding a bicycle like for a couple hours a day and produce electricity for the city, and it's one of two options. I think is some of the options they will actually get paid a little bit, or their sentence will be reduced, right? Because like you are giving back or you are working. And I know like in a lot of prisons, I know it's already pretty damn humane, because like I know in some cases in America you have prisons that take a lot of like electronic trash there for prisoners to break and extract all the precious metals. And that work is actually quite like toxic and stuff, and it's like and they don't have the right safety measures and safety equipment, so but it's still like a way like for them to work and make money. And I think like in the mid 17th century, 18th century, like prisoners were used to build like railroads in US everywhere, and they were pretty much used as slaves. But like my idea is like, as a prisoner, like I think it would be great for us to establish an educational system. I know in some countries it exists where while you are in prison you can get like a degree in accounting or as a lawyer or something. So like that would be good, because like you have so much free time.
Right.
It's like at least like you're occupying yourself with something, and then like giving them work, and prisoners that work, and it doesn't matter, cafeteria, washing clothes, whatever the case is, get a reduced sentence. So like for every year that you work, you get, for example, 1 year off your sentence, right? Like so that way you can just be more of a sort of like contributing and productive member while like being occupied and feeling useful, because otherwise you're just sitting in your prison thinking like, what else can I steal? How can I improve my criminal skills? And that doesn't really help anybody. That's not useful.
Yeah. Idle hands are devil's workshop.
Exactly.
You heard that?
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Talking about like sports drugs, have you guys looked at enhanced games? They happened like a couple of weeks ago. What they said was, alright guys, like take all the steroids you want, do whatever, and compete in sports.
Tell me more. Like I have heard of it, but it's like I've never seen. I actually want to watch it. I think.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either, but I saw the hype. It went up a lot, like the hype, and it was all over like Twitter. and the coin for it, like somebody made a token and it went up and all that. But
Who's producing that? It's not the government. I think it's like a private corporation.
yeah, it's a private corporation.
Yeah, but it's like I think that's a fantastic idea because it's an opportunity for all of these like pharmaceutical corporations to test what actually works and what doesn't work, because later, like if like human beings are in extreme situation, let's say like we colonize Mars or Moon or whatever the case is, or we have to go to war, it's like you've already like human tested. Okay, these things work. This drug increases focus. This drug increases strength, performance, like all of these things. So it's like you can just do cocktails.
Yeah. And plus it's way more calibrated now. It's not like doing steroids in the 70s or whatever. We have matching, bio-identical matching capabilities, and I mean...
What's that? I have no idea what.
Just, back in the day when you would do like steroids, it was like not really meant for humans sometimes, or like had just transitioned into being made for humans, and so you're taking way too much. Now you have like much more like human, like I don't know if they're derived from human like stem cells, whatever. I don't know how they do it.
So adjusted to human genetics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the steroids now, like steroids are like just better. Like
yeah, the bodybuilders are living longer. Like, whereas, like, the old ones, they used to die pretty early. Like, getting a heart attack at 30, 40 was pretty common.
Really?
Yeah. Whereas now, like, you see Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's still alive, doing well.
How many organs has he replaced already?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I think, like, at least a liver and a heart.
Oh, yeah?
At least, yeah. You can ask ChatGPT.
Let's try.
Gemini, sorry.
Yeah.
You can ask Gemini.
Sponsored by Gemini.
I know the...
How many organs has Arnold Schwarzenegger had replaced?
That's a really terrible way to ask. Transplanted.
Strictly speaking, Arnold Schwarzenegger has had 0 full organs replaced.
Christopher
He has never...
I'm going to just read it. He has... Okay, he didn't have organs fully replaced. He did not have... But he had heart valve and joints replaced.
Joints
so
on
the valve. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
How do you get your joints replaced? So strange.
I don't know about the knees, but I know like you can have like your hip replaced. I don't even know how they do that.
It's the same. So it's like you have the cartilage, you just scrape it off, and then like you screw it into the bone, and you put like a metallic piece, like that you fix it to the bone, and then like to your hip, like to your leg bone, like you also do the same. You take away the cartilage, and you screw the round piece, and then like you just connect them together. So it's sort of like you substitute the cartilage with with metallic parts, and that's it.
Right. Yeah.
That are screwed, like literally like screwed into the bone, just like you would have like a metallic plate.
Because all those years of heavy lifting impact your joints, right?
Yeah.
That's there, because it's also the weight. I think like because technically, from what I know, it's like a lot of these people, they terribly suffer, like they tend to more often die from a heart attack.
Right. Yeah.
Because like technically, like The Rock Johnson is like technically he's obese. He's like huge. I think he stopped training now. But it's like he's huge, and it's like the heart has to pump enough blood to provide oxygen to like all of these muscles, and it's like it's too much strain. And if you just like stay like that for a long time, you're just gonna die.
I think it's also steroids, because steroids actually, there have been cases like in animals where the heart is also a muscle and the heart grows, and you get like different kinds of side effects from it.
I've seen that just like, I don't know the country, maybe it was either China, Japan, or something, like they just came out with like fully the new version of a fully artificial heart that you can like substitute and it's like
Oh.
so instead of like waiting for a
Right.
heart transplant, like you can get like a fully artificial heart.
This actually sounds like it can work because it's not like a liver that produces
Yeah, yeah.
bile.
You just
and
need to
stuff
pump.
like that.
It's a
Yeah,
pump.
you just need to
The heart just pumps
get
and
blood
that's
and
it.
pump and
The thing is, like, I don't really know how it works. Like, what if I'm exercising? How does the heart? How the heart will know when to pump more blood or less blood? Like, what if
Imagine
I'm
you have
getting
an app
nervous?
and you can see how much blood you're pumping and control it, dude.
Oh, maybe.
That's great. Yeah.
Maybe. Like, I remember there's this movie that I love because like it's also a bit dark. I like dramas. It's like it's called The Reaper, something like that. So it's like it's pretty much in a distant future. It's a science fiction. I love science fiction. It's in a distant future, and like people have like artificial organs. Like sometimes it's a liver,
Mhm.
sometimes it's lungs, sometimes it's a heart, and then like you need to be paying monthly subscription for that.
Jesus Christ.
So if you actually
Fuck.
get behind on your payments, these guys will come and they will rip it off. They will
Damn.
take the organ back, and that's it. And then like it will just the reapers, and it's like, damn, there are people like with several organs substituted because it's like, hey, like I want to live pretty much not forever, but yeah, and it's like, damn. I think eventually like that might actually be the future. You can have like pretty much every organ
Right.
substituted by something like artificial. It's only like a matter of technology and us figuring it out.
Yeah, well, surely
Yeah.
there's got to be a better way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be subscription based.
Right.
Maybe in America.
I'm like plugged in, like there's like a cord coming out. I'm like, guys, connect me to the wall.
Yeah, maybe like when you go to sleep, you need to charge.
Yeah,
it.
you're charging at night.
Right.
Well, now you have like those like distance charging, so you just like lay in your bed and that's it. It charges.
Right.
No, but I meant like maybe like peptides or something. Like it's,
I do think that yeah, it's gonna be like a drug that cleans out all the cholesterol or whatever, and like basically just your organs can already refresh.
Yeah.
A lot of times you have a lot of plaques and toxins that are built up over the years.
I have a better idea. How about nanites?
What?
Nanites.
Nanites?
Nanites. So
Oh, like nano-sized stuff?
yeah. So like having like really small size robots that will
Mhm.
be injected to you with a programmed function to clear your
Right.
organs or whatever the case is.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, they say COVID already did that. Like, all my conspiracy theorist
Right.
friends are like, they're just gonna push a button someday, and
yeah.
Everybody will die.
yeah. But yeah, well, I mean, I do take this spray for. It's called Clinoptilolite, or if you're like into health, like Zeolite.
Okay.
It's like nano size, so the spray it tastes like water, but it has like little like minerals in it that are like shaped like little cages.
Okay.
So basically, the cage traps positively charged toxins, which like positive sounds good, but it's actually like
It's electrons, so it's like positively negative.
yeah, you don't want the positive ones, and so this will like trap them and help your body eliminate them, because a lot of times your body has trouble eliminating stuff. It gets overwhelmed because stuff is like too like hot. It's too doesn't really process it super well.
Or dissolves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, but they say that's like a nano mineral basically
Yeah.
that exists.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question. Did the Armstrong participated in the advanced games? No, enhanced.
Probably not. Like, cause
He's
those guys were huge, man. Like I saw some of the swimmers; they were like fucking massive. Like,
did like
'cause-
I want to watch it to see if, like how much better they did like than Michael
Right.
Phelps of like the current like
Yeah,
Olympic
yeah.
world record.
I imagine for stuff like sprinting, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe other sports it doesn't make as much of a difference.
Mm.
Also, that Armstrong guy is pretty old, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But it only makes sense because bodybuilders all take steroids, right?
Yeah.
So
Unless you're into natural bodybuilding, but those guys never actually get huge.
Yeah.
oh, but even those
Nat-
guys, because if you don't take steroids for the last 8 years,
Yeah,
it's not trackable in your body.
it's like
So a
8
lot of
years.
people do
so
it.
it's like you cannot compete for 8 years technically, right?
Right, but in the like, if you do take steroids for a couple years, you can really like get jacked.
Yeah,
And just
That's true.
maintain and then
exactly.
compete. And I imagine a lot of them do that because.
Yeah, but like I saw the pictures, like these guys are like compared to the guys who actually like
Yeah.
Mr. Olympia, like these guys are like tiny.
Yeah.
Like so like naturally your body will never like get like this like
Massive.
because these guys are like bull size, you know, like those bulls that are like jacked with steroids and antibiotics
Yeah.
to be like really huge, like abnormally huge. It's like that. Like we naturally cannot be like that. And
Yeah.
up to a certain point, it looks like, from a certain point, it looks like really disgusting, to be honest. I think like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, like it's looked fine, great, but like everything more.
The
than
modern
that.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, the modern ones is like
Yeah. Freaks. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't like it. It's like okay, like you're huge, but it's like I don't. It's not pleasant because it's sort of like deformed. It looks deformed. It's look like a mutation than anything else to me.
I agree, yeah.
I saw this short. I think I sent it to you, but I didn't send it to the group chat yet. But just imagine they had pictures of 5 guys, one being like just normal, I don't know, my size or whatever, and then 5 being like almost like Arnold type. And they asked all these girls which ones they would choose. The most one they chose was the second one, the guy who was like slightly fit. Not even like some of them also chose 3. The guy who was buff, like, but basically almost nobody chose 4 or 5.
Yeah.
It's just dudes, man. It's just dudes impressing dudes.
Right?
Like, because it's just dudes who want to get like huge. you
That's
know?
a very
Yeah,
interesting point. It's like
Yeah.
when we are young, we think like, oh, like yeah, I'm gonna get jacked. All the women are gonna be mine,
Yeah.
and then the reality is like it's all the other dudes will
Oh,
compliment
yeah.
you and be like, yeah, bro, like nice calves, bro, like doing really great, like great biceps. Like,
yeah.
you're only attracting other dudes.
I don't know, but it still feels good. It still feels good to get a compliment from a guy. But yeah.
Like from a guy, it actually
Yeah.
even like feels better because like it's sort of like we don't really have a very big culture of like a guy complimenting a guy because it's
Right. It's gay.
it's gay, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Well, that's the only way that I get off, so. Am I?
We know,
Wait,
we know.
what? What?
no, we're gonna cut it out. Don't worry.
I thought I wasn't the only one.
But it, yeah,
Yeah.
we understand. The thing is, like, I think on average, women, like, if you have a 6-pack, it's already freaking amazing. That's it.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. You're a lot like into biohacking. Are you into any of these new trends like peptides and stuff?
It's interesting. The one actually developed in the Soviet Union is like technically a peptide. It's a construction of different amino acids. But I think the peptides that are like en vogue that most people are using are a different extension. I don't know how they are constructed. Maybe they're more complex, these ones that are trending right now, these trending peptides. I like the research on the very simple peptides for actually regenerating organs. So you can make the amino acids structured to be the shape of a organ, and then that stimulates your own body's stem cells to regenerate the organs. And those ones I like, and I think there's a lot of research. Actually, I used to really be into Google Scholar before AI. So there's Google Scholar articles on this, and
I like it.
yeah, it's very cool. The history of it's very interesting, and yeah.
I think Google Scholar is a lot more legit source of information than AI.
Yeah,
AI is getting good, but it's not there yet. And AI is doing a Google search. And just because a website appears like very high on a Google search, it doesn't mean it's legit. It's like it's just
Yeah.
it's good SEO. And
Yeah.
that's
What's a major issue now is that like a lot of the content that's created is also AI generated.
yeah.
So people are like pumping out these AI slop articles, you know, just using AI to build something. So what's gonna happen is like at some point in the next years, like these AI models, they're just getting info from other AI, and then it's just like the circle jerk thing where you're not actually getting good human analysis or like creative thinking done on a topic, and I wonder what happens when we get there.
Yeah, so like my adoptive mom, she was like, she got a proposition to be hired to train the AI model, because like she's doing like in chemistry some stuff, right?
Okay.
And it's a very particular set of skills, because you cannot really get that. It's formulation, but long story short, it's like you cannot just learn it as a degree and like, oh yeah, I know it. It's something like the way to learn it is by doing it. So it's like then you just go and do like, you know, the basics, but then like you have to go and fuck up like 10,000 times. And after like 10,000 attempts, you already know like this works, this doesn't. And it's like what goes with which, and it's like which are like things. So like you cannot. It's not something that you can anticipate by calculating it. It's something that you actually have to put you have to learn it by doing. So like there's not a lot of people like her in the world, maybe like 10 or 20. That's it.
Right.
So they wanted to build an AI that would do that, but they wanted to hire her to coach the AI, right? Like so the AI would like give something and she would be like, no, this will not work because of this.
Right.
This is how you have to do it.
Right.
So it's like this is what I think it's missing in large language models, where like the input that is given nowadays, it's like, okay, it's crammed like a bunch of books and movies and all the websites, right? Like, but the thing is, all of normal users, they don't really provide it with a high quality feedback.
Yeah.
They're providing it with, oh yeah, like this, but it's like, unless you have, I think like people at this point, I think unless you have like people on the back end who know the stuff, or like scientists or linguists or like whatever the case is, it's like real like legit educators, and they're like on the back end, they're like having a real conversation with AI and correcting it, and like sort of like if we'll dial up like how much from those specific people who are really educated in it, how much the AI will not receive, but how much it will be open to feedback from those people. So the feedback from those educated sources, from those educated people, will have bigger impact than everybody else. And this is how I think like AI,
Right.
this is sort of like the only way for AI like to start to understand like, oh, okay, like this expert said this expert said this, and it's like all of these things, because otherwise like there's so much crap and information. Like one of my favorite on the internet is like, even like a normal person cannot really distinguish, is it true or is it not? One of my like favorite Instagram accounts is actually Dr. Max Butterfield. So like he's like PhD in psychology, and he like debunks all the influencers. Like an influencer says like, oh, this and this, and they're like, no, like this, like you're right, yes, the wherever the influencer is said, but like whatever you said is applied to a very small situation, very peculiar set of situation. It's like, and it's sort of like influencers tend to like blow things out of perspective. In majority of cases, let's see what science says. Science says this, and this, and science says this, and this, and like he like debunks like relationships and psychology and neuroscience, like all of these guys. And it's like I just love watching it, because I know it, like, okay, like this dude is like, he's a professor in a university, and it's like he's like literally doing this for a living for the last like 10-20 years. So it's like, and he like debunks all of these stuff, like this is what we need, but for the AI as well. But I think influencers as well, man, there's so much trash these people are putting on, because like they just want views. And it's like the more sort of like not problematic, but
almost
what shocking or controversial the thing is, like the more views it will get. But you also have good examples where Jordan Peterson, fairly controversial, but it's like he's actually closer to the truth than not. But because like we live in this like mostly liberal world, that
Right.
things that he says are like very like uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
like he has been like doing this for quite a few decades. So yeah, I believe him. So yeah, I think we need to more listen to the people who actually studied it, who's doing it for a living instead of just like influencers or AI
Yeah.
or something like that. But how it's not really easy to get an access to somebody like neither of us has access to somebody who's like studied in a field for like 10, 15, 20 years in most of the industries. So we just
Right. Yeah.
rely on whatever is written
It's
online.
easy. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah,
I mean, there's good parts to it too, right? Like
It is.
Tyler like makes a vibe code like every other day, like a new product. So it's
what do you
that's the
mean?
idea.
Dude, Claude Code is fucking
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah.
I did this like 1 day Vibathon thing, and I was like, I don't know what to make, and I was like, okay, maybe there's a lot of like 3D image generators out there, and I could have Claude Code sort of like create like a funnel, so we could like use resources from different AI generating tools, and like bring it to like a studio, so we could like edit the AI image. It turns out 3D images are very competitive because they're used in movies, in video games. It's a hugely competitive industry. So it was hard to find free level APIs to connect it. But I wound up finding like one and then put some unique modifying, like I was able to modify the object from this studio. So I kind of made this 3D studio editor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was using AI, especially the AI would search and it found like a big database of existing objects, but it looked really cool. Like I was searching for Lamborghinis and it was like very detailed with like rims and like shock absorbers, like they were like badass Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was like little scrolling things so you could like modify, you could like make the wheels bigger and smaller and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
How do you think, guys, the AI will influence like the creation of like movies and video games? Because you can like generate things like a lot faster with AIs, but it also needs to be like sort of like human prompted, because like you need to like to get a really decent result you need to like go
Right.
back and forward like several times until you get a decent result. But I think
Yeah.
like it's gonna be much faster. But like, what do you think?
Yeah, yeah.
You're
It-
programmers.
You still need some skills, but like yeah, I remember like last year I watched this movie called Flow. It's like about a cat. It's an animated movie. It won some awards. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
even an
In
Oscar.
Cannes. Yeah.
And it was made by one guy.
Huh.
So I can only imagine he used AI for that, because you can't just build a whole
One
animated
guy
movie.
doing the whole animation.
Yeah, there were no dialogues or no voice
Yeah,
acting in
yeah.
it, but still pretty amazing. Yeah.
So, this like vibe code event was actually more on the art side,
Mhm.
and this girl, she made a 5 minute anime with AI, and it was like the best anime I've ever seen in my life. And I'm
Mhm.
like, how did she? Everybody, actually, people were like talking behind me. They're like, how did she do this? It was like she was like and then I was like asking her questions after. She had to first. She like paid like multiple subscriptions for
Yes,
the
of
best, tier of everything, and then had to like just like tons of trial and error and like working like scene by scene, and like it was like this like full-time job. But I mean, it was amazing.
How
Yes.
long it took her to do like 5 minutes?
I was like trying to figure out, because I don't know, like she was, I don't know actually. I was trying to figure out how long she had been working on this in general. But I think she had been practicing for like, a few years. But to do that specific project, I'm not sure exactly how long from start to finish.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part, is like you need a lot of training,
Yeah.
so then you like can perfect your skills, and then like it becomes really fast because you already know how the tools work.
Yeah.
You already know what
Yeah.
to ask and where to look for, and what is good, what is bad, what the tools are capable of, what they're not.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and I also like, I think that the capabilities of the tools in video creation, I think like I've been using some video generators, like I've been producing some content for LinkedIn. It's fairly good. It's not like, it still cannot do like highly complex stuff. It's still like can do like fairly basic ones,
Yeah.
but if I ask him like specific things, he cannot go like into like extremely specific details, like
Right.
into movie generating, and yeah, so we're getting there. But it's like somebody who have accumulated those skills, a lot of those skills already is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is text, man. Like when I'm
Yeah.
on Twitter a lot, I read a lot of
Prompt.
articles. Like when I read like an article like written by AI, like AI slop, it's so easy to detect because you see the language
Yeah,
that they're using. It just doesn't. You just don't feel motivated to read it. Whereas somebody who's writing it with some spelling mistakes, who's writing lower caps, you're more likely to read that whole thing.
yeah.
And also, these different platforms are pushing human-generated content more than AI-generated content. Like especially YouTube, for example. Like they
LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn, like I've seen like I've researched, and he said like like if we like LinkedIn has an integrated recognition of AI copyright. So
right.
if he recognizes it as a copy written by AI, it will reduce the natural visibility by like 25-30%,
Right.
which is actually fair.
Yeah.
Well, I agree, except for there was a weird part where I was writing articles on my own, and like I'm a very like formal writer. I learned how to write at university, so I just was learning that way, you know. And like, but I wrote these articles for LinkedIn, and they maybe sounded like AI kind of, but like I'm like, well, that's just like professional language to use. So yeah, but then I realized I was using AI generated images, which I'm like, oh great, I think that they reduced my reach because of AI generated images, which I was like, is that really like not okay to use like an AI like logo, like because everybody's just using a general basic image, but it was all my text, which is the core of what I thought people wanted. But yeah, then I like had to switch to like taking like photos of myself in different professional environments and had to switch the game up.
Yeah.
but,
I think it's good that like a lot of these algorithms and platforms, they're like, okay, like we want to prioritize real human content,
Right.
real human pictures, real text. And
Yeah, because
all
how
that.
shitty it is, man. Like when you watch a video and then somebody comments that it's AI. I was like, damn, I just thought that cat fought off a tiger. Like, I really wanted to believe that, you know what I mean?
But don't you also
Yeah,
like
it's-
AI art, like these freaking crazy like little short videos of like just insane stuff that we like? Have you seen some of these weird like? There's this one of like this like crazy JD Vance guy who's like doing like karate and stuff like that.
Oh,
and, like,
the chubby JD Vance
Yeah.
with the hair.
yeah,
Yeah, that one's
it's
good.
so
I like that.
funny. He's like sumo wrestling and stuff. It's amazing.
I think like for memes, AI is freaking amazing.
It's so good, yeah.
The memes, the cats, like all of that, like the dancing of the cats, like that's.
What are you using AI for mostly?
Like writing emails.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, hey, like I need an email with this in this
Right.
language, and it's just easy.
Yeah.
It's just easy and it's fast. That's the thing. But I like the thing is I'm also practicing to use AI properly in a way where I don't want to be delegating my thinking to the AI.
Right.
I want to be the one. I want to be the one with the brain thinking, and I want just to AI like to polish it a little bit, and it's like
Yeah.
put it pretty in a text, and then I still reread it, and sometimes
Yeah.
I go back
Yeah,
and
that's
forth.
it.
Oh yeah, change this to,
Yeah.
or more often than not, I just grab the text that he gave me and then I manually change it
Yeah.
myself.
Me too.
Because I think one of the biggest dangers about AI is gonna be that a lot of people. That's my biggest fear actually. A lot of people are gonna be delegating their thinking, outsourcing your
Right.
own thinking to AI. Where like
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
my old clients and also close friend, his philosophy is like your AI is gonna be as good as your prompts. So
Right.
like you need to be good. You need to be the one doing the
Yeah.
thinking, and then AI can build whatever you want based on that. But it's like if your thinking is crap, even if you say like, oh AI write me a prompt, it's still not gonna be great
Yeah.
because like you actually you are the one who actually need to think strategically and globally, and it's like this and this, and it's like all the details, and then like you can delegate. But like I think most people are not doing it. Most people are just sort of going like the lazy way. It's like, oh,
I
let's
have this problem. Tell me
yeah
the solution.
and
Do
it's-
it now.
and it's that, and it's like even like I think teachers. I had a friend of mine. She was finishing the masters, and she wrote like a thesis, 50, 60 pages. Teacher evaluated that thesis in like 3 days, and she's like, I'm pretty sure she just used AI.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she just like submitted my thesis and asked her like, I was like, give me like check the math, do this, do this, do this, and it's like how good is it? And it's like that's it. And it's like, I think like that is fairly great if the AI doesn't make a lot of mistakes. But like you still can like, okay, if the grade would be bad, she could still like dispute it, and maybe
Right.
like another professor would check the
Yeah.
thesis or like stuff like that. Like so like for those things, like I don't think it's too bad when like you're using AI, because like if AI knows enough, I know like ChatGPT sucks at numbers, and like there are some like tools and algorithms that like it's terrible. Like there are like some math equations, they for some reason they cannot get it right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've seen on the internet and tested it myself, sort of.
Okay.
And it's like generally I would say like 80-90% of the time it's good, but like
Right.
there's still like some math equations like it just doesn't get it right.
Hmm.
So yeah, we still need to like double check it always.
Yeah.
So that is something that I think the danger will gonna be. It's like, because if I'm writing emails, not thinking by myself, using AI, and then
Yeah.
you're responding me, not thinking by yourself, using AI, you and I, we are having like a negotiation, which is we're not having,
Right.
because AIs are having it for us.
Yeah.
And it's like, are they actually like doing a good job at it, or they're just like trying to people please each other, or like whatever?
Yeah.
It's like delegating and thinking. I think it's very dangerous.
I totally agree. I've been using AI a lot lately for. I think AI is really good for this.
Mm.
Like what I did was Rust is a programming language, right? So I'm trying to improve my Rust skills.
Oh,
So I went to ChatGPT. I said, ask me 10 questions and evaluate the level I'm at in Rust. So it gave me 10 questions. I answered them. It said, okay, you're a mid-level engineer. So I said, okay, how do I become a senior engineer? Now design a course for me to
that's
learn
great.
this. And now I do like every day. I say, okay, what are we doing today? It gives you like, so it's really good at stuff like that. But
I really like it.
it's still like you still have to put in the work, you know.
Yeah. And still, like, if you would actually go to a professor and ask him the same questions, like, build me a course, he would probably just like give you like 10 bullet points, and those 10 bullet points will be like 2 or 3 times
similar,
better.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
I like, the thing is, I think AI has like a lot of general knowledge.
Right.
It still doesn't have, not in all areas, like very deep knowledge
Right,
of things.
yeah.
So like somebody who has been like an expert in the field for 10, 15 years,
Yeah.
it's like they can do like 3 times better than that.
Yeah, probably. But for stuff like
For
I
stuff or
think-
stuff,
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
yeah.
I think even other stuff like I think a lot of the college level subjects you're good.
Hmm.
But I think if you're like going very deep into like I don't know
Yeah.
marine biology or something,
Yeah.
maybe it isn't. Yeah.
I think prompting is really important. It'd be exciting to connect it to Google Scholar. Basically,
Mm.
it's a really good because there's just tens of thousands of articles, and they can just search.
How can we do that? How can like I ask, because like I have a Pro Gemini because of my family. My
Yeah.
family, we have like way too many pictures, way too many videos, so we just pay like
For
Drive subscription for like a couple of terabytes, and with that like we receive like the Gemini Pro. Like how can I ask my Gemini, how can I prompt my Gemini to use Google Scholar as a source material instead of like the Google research engine? That would be great.
You just tell it that.
I think you can just tell it that.
Yeah.
So you
and-
just ask him like
Yeah.
directly, just like
Yeah.
I want you to fully focus on
Yeah,
on this material, and it's like okay,
yeah.
Especially if it's a Google tool,
oh
it will.
It's Gem- yeah.
It will do pretty well.
how all of this conversation and all of this podcast became all about AI.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about your relationships. After our last conversation, I remember
Yeah.
you wanted to maybe potentially dedicate a little bit more time to
Flirting.
romantic relationships.
I've been enjoying flirting. I think that's what is the funnest thing to me. Like, and.
So you're planning to flirt but be single forever? Is that it?
Yeah, I don't really get to control whether I'm single or not. I can only control whether I flirt or not.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
some degree, yes.
it's
You
not
still
a.
have to pursue. It's not just flirting. That's the thing.
Wow. I mean,
But that is pursuing, isn't it? If you're flirting.
No, like flirt. Like I can just flirt with you, but then like I can just.
Please feel free.
You should. Have I told you you should be a model?
What the fuck?
You
Not
actually-
right now. Not right now.
What? Do you feel
I-
embarrassed, bro? But the thing is, it's like I can flirt, but I can like never ask you out.
I was actually also like I was flirting a bit and hanging out and having fun a bit since the last time we spoke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and there were a few times where I was like, should I like sort of, go beyond flirting and I don't know, whatever you suggest, like, and I was like, there's already been a few yellow flags. It's too much of a risk at this moment of my life.
It's not even red flags, bro. Yellow flags.
Bro, yeah, like I'm like
What's a yellow flag?
I think it's really well. I think that all of these relationship problems are almost always when we ignore like the first yellow flag, the first like.
Tell us what happened, then we can judge
Exactly.
the flag.
No, it was no. I don't even. It wasn't even, let's say this, it wasn't even a yellow flag, probably. It was a structural, like, just thing. It wasn't even logical. So, that's the level that I'm at, because, yeah, like, it's way more risky, and, yeah, like we don't really actually have great logic, and we're led by our human bullshit and our like experience of this world that has us. Like biologically, we have to like pretend like we're making choices, but a lot of times we are just like reacting, and I really hate when I like am not 100% myself just to have some affection from somebody else. So that shit's mid, and we don't have the moment for it, and like somebody has to be fully green flagged and fully aligned for me to go for that, because even if that is the case, I'm probably still reacting on the basis of my past and their past, and there's just so many things that I can't see, my subconscious.
I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Give us, tell us what happened, because I don't. This is too vague.
I don't really want to talk about this
fair.
one
Yeah,
experience.
fair. But yeah, I just felt like it's
That's okay.
it's quite generic. It's tough to grasp totally where you're at.
Well, it's a philosophy, I think. It's a philosophy about dating and like why everybody's in such a fucked up place with their significant others, and why is there a 50% divorce rate, and that kind of stuff. I think is because we are selling ourselves out for affection, and we're constantly like agreeing with shit that we don't agree with, and latching on to bullshit. So let's not do that as much.
But I like what you said about where you have to pretend to be somebody who you're not to get the affection. It's like for me, authenticity is one of my core values. So yeah, I completely agree with that. It doesn't make sense if somebody cannot welcome you as you are, and it doesn't matter if you're having a good day or a bad one, whatever the case is. So like if somebody cannot see you and still appreciate you, still value you, and care for you as you are, your authentic self. It's like it's just not the right fit. Move on to somebody else, and that's it.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
There's always like a middle ground too, you know. Like I mean,
You can still be friends, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
you just don't have to like marry them, which
Yeah.
is fine. It's not
Yeah.
the end of the world.
I think there's been like an epidemic of like kind of, you know, it's not easy for like guys, you know, to get affection these days for whatever reason, and you know, I think there is a long history why this has happened or whatever, and yeah, I don't know. However this has happened, it's been like I think guys have been putting themselves into this thing where it's just like them not being themselves, you know? And like I said, it's a balance where you want to be yourself, but like, okay, let's not be like sort of, you know, we're all like humans, like we can make other people feel comfortable, but that also doesn't mean that I need to like try to like do something unnatural to myself just so I can get affection from somebody else. Like that's also pretty mid, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's been my theory of things, and despite all this, I mean, actually it's kind of freeing because I can then just like sort of have fun and I don't really care about the outcome, and it's like not about like anything or like me caring. Like it's better if you just like don't care about the outcome and you just like have fun and like. Because, I mean, I've seen plenty of situations where people are, like, trying to, you know, really be on the hunt for this, like, relationship or partner or, like, one-night stand, whatever people are doing, or, like, trying so hard and it still doesn't work out. So it doesn't really matter, like, if you're, like, trying really hard or, like, not trying really hard. You just have to, like, be a human being and, like, have fun and, like, maximize your, like, day.
I disagree with that a bit because I think like trying will get you closer to the outcome that you want. Somebody who's like trying, even though they are failing, but they're trying, they're most likely to eventually succeed than somebody who's not trying at all. You know, because like as you pursue, just like with businesses, somebody who has a startup and they're like, okay, startups have like 90% chances of failure. So like if that guy, statistically speaking, if that guy tries 10 times, like one of those 10 will work. So relationship wise, I think it's the same. It's like somebody who is not doing anything, is not pursuing, like will, like statistically speaking, will not, because like if you're not trying, you will never hit the target. So somebody who is trying, even though they're failing, more often than not, they will eventually hit it, even though they might take a little bit.
And we have to define trying, right? Like
going out.
No, so I'm saying like I'm saying
having difficult conversations.
Yeah.
Getting to know the person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like stay at home. I'm saying like go out and have fun and see where it goes and have conversations and like be yourself, be open.
Exactly.
Talk to people. Be
Show
proud.
yourself. That's also really hard.
Yeah.
Showing yourself.
Yeah. We were talking about that a little bit as well, like, almost like being honest or like, like that's another part of it too. I think that's actually more attractive.
Yes. And it's also brave. Like if, let's imagine you are like in a group of people and it's very hard to be the first one initiating the authenticity or the vulnerability or the honest. But when you do that, all of a sudden, like people who are on that vibe, they're like, oh shit, yeah, he's really interesting. I became really like more into him and this sorts of stuff. Like it happened to me a couple of times. I went to like a bunch of discussion topics, and I tend to talk about like really difficult stuff, and I don't even remember the people that were in the room. So like sometimes I ended up meeting somebody, and they're like, oh, I know you. I've heard you speaking here and here, and all of a sudden they have heard me speak. They know about me. They know my values. Even though I don't remember what I said, I don't remember them being there, but they already I like what you said. It's like,
nice.
Yeah. So all of a sudden I'm already scoring points, even though like I have no idea I don't remember who that person is. So like I'm already scoring points with him, even though.
So, like the past few years, I went to so many events and met so many people. Usually, I remember faces. I'm really bad with names, but like never forget a face. So I thought before I started this whole journey of like meeting everybody.
Yeah.
And like the other day, somebody was like, "It's like, hey man, remember like you were talking to me at this event in France, and there was other people there, and you were talking about your project and whatever." And it was like super cool to meet you, and I was like, I'm looking at them, and I'm like, bro, I don't remember meeting you at all. Like, I'm so sorry. Da, da, da. And like then he pulls out his phone, and he's like, we took this selfie together, remember? And like it's like there's like no denying it's like me and him.
Are you sure it's not the yeah.
Or he was just drinking, dude. You were drunk.
Here's what you can do,
Maybe.
bro. Like this is a great pickup way. Like imagine like there's one girl that you have seen in events that you really like.
Yeah.
You pull out her picture from the internet and you ask AI to do like a selfie. And it's like, and you go to her with that story. It's like, remember we talked about this topic like
What were you saying about being authentic?
But this is sort of a prank.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this.
How are your dates going? It sounds like you've been on a lot.
It's like I haven't been like trying, but like I did like randomly cuddle like what I was
Cuddle?
I was randomly cuddled for like 4 times in the last 2 weeks.
What does that mean?
So it's because like I just met people randomly at events, and then we just like went for a coffee or something, and we just like laying on the couch or on the grass somebody in the park, and we just cuddled. And that's it. And it was like at one of them was actually lightning talks where I went to do a presentation, and then like this girl, she still had questions. She wanted to speak with me, and on the break at the lightning talks, like she came to me, oh yeah, I still wanna like I have a couple of questions for you, and I like opened my arms like to say hi. It's like she hugged me, and she just stayed there for like 2 minutes, like in a hug, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And then like I asked her out for a coffee, and we just like cuddled a little bit in the park, all this stuff. So it's like it's good.
Cool.
And then I went dancing yesterday, so I had like a few girls hitting on me. It was amazing. It was sort of like cuddles, but like standing, pretending like it's a dance.
Okay.
That was nice. That was nice. Like I'm not. There are a couple of girls that I'm fancying. It's a bit. Imagine this: like you have a group of people, right? And then you fancy 2 or 3 girls in that group of people.
Mm-hmm.
What do? Which of them you actually ask out? How do you decide? You know, and there is actually this one girl that she's been dancing a bit, and both of us have a very similar energy. We like start things. We're like fire starters in a way, like, oh, like let's do things. We take initiative, and yeah, it's been like I actually got to know her a little bit more yesterday, and her grandpa was a clown. Actually, like a lot of her family.
Grandpa was a clown. That's a crazy line.
When he said it to me, oh shit, I want to meet your grandpa. Like I was like literally, is he still alive? Like I love it. Like actually, a lot of her family was like in circus. Like her mom, it was sort of like the first generation where like they started to do other things besides circus, and she actually is like one of the first in her family like to have like a college degree and all of that stuff. And it's like for me that's really fun because like I could be a clown. Like I love making people laugh. I love like because like there's already so much sadness and like a bunch of stuff in the world. It's like I really enjoy like making people laugh. And I could be a clown. I'm just like maybe like too ambitious. It doesn't really make that much money. I cannot make that much money blowing bubbles and all of that stuff. But it's like I like doing it for the action. So it's like I also did like a little bit of stand-up comedy, and I've noticed, at least here in Lisbon, most of the guys, right now I don't know, but like a couple of years ago, most of the guys in this Lisbon stand-up comedy scene, like they are assholes.
Oh yeah.
They don't like, if you see them outside of the stage, like they're not nice people. Most of them they are not. They're just doing it for, they want the glory, they want the money, and they want the girls. They're not doing it like for the art, for the passion. It's like, hey, I want to make people laugh. I want to like bring joy into it. It's like they're not doing it. They're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Maybe they start off like optimistic, but it's just so competitive, you know, to make it like.
Oh yeah.
That I think slowly you.
Maybe.
I think they're depressed. Well, maybe.
But I think
Wait.
it's.
Do you think they're depressed?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of comedians are like depressed, like
Yeah.
you know, alcoholic, like a bit negative. You know, I don't know why that translates to comedy oftentimes. But
The thing is, like, what I understand what you're talking about. You're talking about sort of like Jim Carrey, which is like a lot of his joyful and laughter comes from pain. So it's sort of like the overcompensation of like, hey, like he chooses to figure out a way to laugh about the situation instead of being sad and being sorrow.
yeah,
So it sort of like comes out like as like laughter and joyful, and it's like all of these like clown stuff comes like as a trauma response to the overcompensation and trauma response to all the sad stuff.
yeah,
But here it's so those are connected, and it's like a lot of great comedians, they came out like that.
yeah.
Yes, for sure. But it's like I don't know what's the deal here in Lisbon is, but yeah, I really like the people who actually doing comedy and do like laughter and joyful. It's like from the place of like, I really love making people happy, you know. It's like, and her grandpa, from what she has told me, it's like he was one of those people. It's like he retired like really late because he was just like really loved what he was doing, and he was like really good at it. And it's like, I still like, I told him, it's like, I want to meet your family. It's like, I barely know her. It's like, we've been dancing for a few months, but like we never, I think this was like one of the first conversation where we actually like slowly got to know about each other, and it was really lovely.
You gotta kiss her, man.
Only kiss? Oh my god.
I mean, that's like
That's the start.
that's this. Yeah.
Yeah. My philosophy is though a little bit different. I like the idea of slow dating. So what it means is like, I want to be able to be good friends with somebody, because I want my romantic partner to be one of my best friends. So I want to build like a good friendship first, and then build a romantic relationship on top of it. So I'm not really planning to sleep with her or anybody for the first like 2-3 months. So like I want to like delay the sexual and the romantic part, and I was like,
But in the West, like, if she's not sleeping with you, she's sleeping with someone else.
yeah,
And
it's possible.
that's the
Yeah.
downside of it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're okay with it, then yeah.
I want to build the thing is like, I want to build a friendship first, and then if ever anything else happens, cool. If nothing happens, I still have a friend,
Right.
so I still win.
But I mean, girls go without sex for months, if not years, sometimes.
Nah.
Yes, they do. I mean, yes, they do.
Like, yeah, maybe in Portugal, but like in the UK and Germany,
US
like
too,
people
like-
are just. I feel like there's so much degeneracy, like there's
Yeah.
always girls like.
But that's also like a culture. Like that's not every person.
It's a lot of them.
There's a higher number of those people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what percentage I would put it at,
You can ask.
but all right. Hello. Is there any way to distinguish in the West, like let's just say America, because that's a good thing. In America, like from the ages of 20 to 40, like what percentage of people, okay, what percentage of women are not in a long-term relationship, and yet, so let's say they're single. So they must be single, and like how often are they having sex, and like Yeah, like, can you determine in any way if women, when they are single, like how long they go without having sex, like on average? Is it possible to determine that? Defining the scope, searching the web, asking your mom.
Yeah, your mom and your grandpa, like.
It is absolutely possible.
So, interesting stats. Between 18 to 24, roughly 86% of people are unpartnered. That's high.
18 to 24.
But that just means they're single.
I know.
No, like 18 to 24 is like you're still like very young adult. You have no idea what you're doing. Your flirting is really awkward.
What I mean is they're single, but they're still
Yeah, but that's
hooking up.
but that's still a high number of being single. I'm just saying.
Yeah, at that age, I do.
Single? They
imagine
don't even have a boyfriend, a girlfriend?
It's pretty common, yeah. Because at that age, that's the age where you're hooking up a lot, and you don't really care about like a long-term partner.
Oh, okay.
That's I imagine like after 30 is when you
Why don't you settle down?
or late
Okay.
20s, yeah.
Got something here. The actively dating group, which is around 60% of women between those age groups, aren't necessarily having sex every week. Data from the Guttmacher Institute shows they have intercourse in an average of 7 out of the 12 months of the year, usually averaging a few times a month. The low frequency group, which is around 25% of those, around a quarter of the single women, 25% of the single women, report having sex occasionally but infrequently, typically fewer than 10 times over the course of the entire year. And then around 15%, well-documented shift called the sex recession shows that roughly 13 to 14% of women aged 25 to 34 report having 0 sexual partners for an entire year. For single women under 35 as a whole, that number fluctuates between 20 and 23%. Researchers usually measure dry spells by tracking specific milestones like 6 months or 1 year, rather than counting consecutive days. Studies tracked by the National Institute of Health show that about 14% of adult women have completely abstained from sex for at least the past 6 months. Roughly 1 in 6 women under the age of 40 go a full year or longer without having sex. The median dry spell,
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like majority of women. I guess also majority of men are just in the West, just hooking up. So if you're yeah,
Makes sense.
it's
I think a lot of people are like using Tinder.
exactly yeah. There you go. I mean, I don't know how it is in Portugal.
I
For
think
sure,
Portugal is a
but-
bit more conservative, but
Yeah, but like in Germany, like women are super feminist. They'll come, have sex, and then
they'll come.
forget about you, basically,
Hopefully.
because that's just how, like,
Damn.
how replaceable you are.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I really don't
Not
like
you,
that.
but like just generally.
Yeah. But like
yeah.
I don't really like that culture where it's like, okay, you're gonna have sex with somebody and then just like
Yeah,
forget that
yeah.
ever happened.
Yeah,
It's
but
sort
that's
of like
just
having sex without intimacy. You know, you can
Yeah.
have intimacy without sex. You can have sex without intimacy. That doesn't. I don't know. To me, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's just how it is, man. Like that's what I mean. Like either you like vet the partner really well, or you accept it,
Yeah.
or you know, or you just participate in the same game. It's just the 3
Yeah.
options, you know. Like
Or I just look for somebody like me.
yeah, you
It's
vet the
about-
partner.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
you
yeah.
vet the partner. Yeah.
That's it.
But you still never know, because you know, like even if they don't want to, like you go out one night, like I don't know, Pink Street or something, clubbing, you get drunk,
Yeah.
They have sex with a tourist. Like, it's pretty common. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like some female friends, or I should say acquaintances, because I don't have female friends. Like they just they talk about it a lot. Like, oh, I just went. Oh, I've been seeing this guy, but he doesn't like he hasn't made a move yet. So they just call their fuck buddy or whatever. So that's why I say that it's better to just make the move and stuff. Like one of my girlfriend's friends, she was talking about it, and she was complaining really that she's into the guy, but he hasn't made any moves. So she just
Moved on.
Yeah. Right. Maybe if you communicate that this is intentional, and I am into you, but I want to take it slow or something like that.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. The thing is, I barely know her.
Right. Yeah, not this specific case, but just generally.
Yeah.
If you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's fucking grim out there, man. Like the fucking it's grim out there. Like
yeah, the dating culture is a bit messed up.
Yeah.
How about you, bro? You have a female friend. You have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Isn't she also a friend?
That's different.
What do you mean? So you're not friends with your girlfriend?
Not necessarily, Like you don't like talk about the same kind of topics with a girlfriend that you do with close friends.
Okay.
It's pretty different.
What
I feel.
What don't you talk about with your girlfriend?
Like, I don't know, like if you are actually having issues, I will go to my guy friends.
Oh yeah, if you're having issues with her.
No, just like even like generally, like
like job issues, like
yeah, like, I feel like
your girlfriend is really smart.
I know, but I feel like men understand each other more. They
so
also
you feel understood by men better than by women.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
By far, like, cause I feel like they just, I don't know, maybe it's just growing up. I was around guys,
yeah.
And like if I have any issue, my first thing is to go to a close friend or my brother. I just feel like they get you more, and the woman's perspective is always more. It's more emotional than just
practical.
Yeah.
Okay. In a way, I agree with that. I think like men, because of our testosterone and its nature, it's like we tend to like be like more action driven. Okay, like, oh, there's a problem. Okay, what's the solution?
I think
this is how we think. Where women are like, oh, like, let's try to make you feel good about this.
Exactly.
Instead of trying to solve it.
Right.
So it's like it's two different approaches
Yeah.
to the same thing. And I think what is missing here, it's like us actually asking each other. This is something that I was doing a lot with my adoptive sister, where it's like, okay, like, do you want me to listen to you and make you feel good, or do you want a solution? So like, which one of those do you so like which you want a more feminine approach or you want a more masculine approach?
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah, I think you get both. I mean, I may be somewhere in the middle. Like, I think it depends on the topic for me of who I would feel comfortable or better talking to strategically to get an outcome. Like, I usually
Who do you talk to usually?
I prefer being friends with women actually than to men. Yeah, because I just think that guys are a bit too linear for me. I feel like I'm just I'm like more feminine. I like sensitivity and like dynamic things. Like, I mean, I have friends who are like, just go forward and like bash through the wall and just like fucking just go,
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, this is actually quite like a, orchestration of like dynamic, like if this happens and this happens and this happens and this happens and this happens, like you can't just like come in and like stamp your feet down and be like, listen to me, let's go. It's like, no, like this is like a dynamic situation, and gals have experience with that, and then I think they benefit from me too because they get stuck with their sensitivities a lot of times. So then I have the masculine capability to be like, boop, like don't worry about that. And yes, do smash through. It's like, it's basically you need both sides, you know.
Yeah.
You need this orchestration, these like flower things, and then you have to like, okay, great, the environment's set now. Now we go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation, sometimes it's like, for example, I don't know, a family member is sick or a cat died, whatever the situation is. Yeah, like there it is, like there's nothing to do. It's like nothing there. It's like the situation is out of your control.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do. But if, for example, like Angat is looking for a job,
Yeah.
it's not like there's no point of us like how it makes you feel, man.
Yeah.
Like there's no point of like
Right.
no. Oh, I actually like the thing is like okay, it's more of a solution. It's like oh, I actually might know somebody who's like doing recruitment for the thing. It's like let me connect you to this guy because like this is like you can actually do something about it. And sometimes we actually need a little bit of both. Sometimes we need to be heard and listened to, and like but also like a kick in the butt and do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
How come you have? Why don't you go and date one of your female friends?
I think at the moment I haven't really been like I don't know what happened to my female friends. I don't happen to a lot of my friends. Like, yeah.
You left them in America?
I don't know. Well, you know, usually you have female friends, and then like once they, if I don't date them, and then they find like a boyfriend, I think then we don't really hang out or talk as much or something like that. So, which is great. I would want them to be with, you know, a significant other. But yeah, I was actually gonna ask Angad like what you think about having friends like girls as friends, because some girls are like, I don't want my guy to have any like friends who are girls. And some guys are like, I don't want my girlfriend to have any friends or boys. But I feel like I could easily have like friends who are girls, and I would have no issue like blending it into anything weird, because we would only meet under certain contexts. It would be usually in a group setting. So I think it is possible to have acquaintances at least as significant others, but some couples seem to really not have any outside, gender mixed relationships outside of that.
That's kind of me. Just like unless the guy's gay or something, then she can be friends with him. But but I feel like I don't know. Like I also don't want to, man. Like if it's just weird, like where I just don't. It's not just problems. I just don't relate to them as much. So I don't get so much out of a friendly chat with a girl. Like in a group, it's fine. You're just bantering. But if it's like one-on-one getting coffee with a girl, like I just don't enjoy it. Like if it with a girlfriend, it's different because there's more like emotional attachment. You're also like romantically involved. But I just enjoy talking to guys more on average than girls.
Makes sense.
Well, I had thought you have like a decent amount of lady acquaintances.
Oh, really? Like just a couple. Like a lot of them I usually just meet in a group setting. I never really even. I've never even texted them individually. Just in a group chat. Like.
Nice. Where do you think those restrictions that you were speaking about? Where do you think those restrictions comes from a place of insecurity or fear of being cheated on?
I think so, and I think that they're not like they're also
issues.
What
Control issues.
I mean,
hey,
we can phrase it.
I'm giving you all the options. What do you think?
I think it can be phrased negatively, but and sometimes it is negative, just overly control and like weird. It's like, you looked at my woman wrong, like whatever, like or however, freaking out. But like at the same time, there is a side of it where it is like kind of logical. As like I think most things that we struggle with as humans, there's like a balance that should be found, because there's the other side of it where it's like, yeah, you actually shouldn't have too close of friends of the opposite like gender, because things kind of do slide in a direction like easily, like over time, you know. I think if you spend a lot of time with somebody else, you kind of just, you know, you start to adapt their mannerisms, you start to speak more like them. We have these like mirror neurons that kind of like, we will like bond with the other person. And so then, yeah, it's just weird when you have to have really strong, like, you know, capabilities to not kind of slide into that, and then you have a difficult time with your significant other, and you just bonded with somebody else basically, and it can slide, you know.
Is the bonding cheating? Like, I have a girlfriend, but I just bonded with another girl, like, but like nothing physical happened, or like even it's just a bond. Like me and her, we have a good bond, we have fun, spending time with each other.
I mean, with that, I think it's just a massive kind of gray area, and there's definitely lines at some points, but there's probably like, you know, it's like yellow, red, green, yellow, red, sort of on a spectrum. Yeah. Like, yeah.
I think if your partner tells you that, oh, I don't trust this guy or I don't trust this girl, then I think you should respect it.
Yeah.
It depends on the vibe, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And yeah, it's probably, I mean, socially, I think is one thing in a group or something like that. That's pretty normal. And I think if you were like, I think you need to have some social life outside of your significant other. Like,
Definitely.
yeah. But, you know, you have to like structure the context properly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're serious about your relationship with that like one person, you want to have a monogamous relationship, like, you know, you got to kind of like be a little bit responsible with like being clear, like, if I'm not with you, this is what I'm doing, this is who I'm there with, this is this person. I mean, you know, you have to provide context. I think that's, you know, just explaining something, I mean, which is nice. Like, I like to explain everything. Like, I'm a big explainer. Like, it's like, people are like, probably don't, they're like, we know enough about you, but like, I like to explain.
Here's a simple solution, I think, for your thing. Is like, you can like easily be friends with your guy friends, girlfriends, right?
Yeah.
Because like us men, we have this
for
unspoken
sure.
rule, which is like
Yeah.
our even like the exes of our
Right.
guy friends, like these are like blacklisted. Like,
Yeah.
we don't date the exes, each other exes.
Right.
So it's like you can be friends with like current partners or past partners, because like
Yeah.
these people are like,
Yeah, for sure. That's different. Yeah. Like, I'm friends with my brother's wife, I would say. Yeah.
for
That's
example, like,
different,
and
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
like, you know, like nothing will ever happen.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, and that way it's just like, hey,
Yeah, it's cool. Like,
she can feel secure, like, because
Yeah.
like,
But
Yeah, it's
I
really-
loved what you guys said, you know, because it can really be anxiety. It can be kind of even stifling, you know. Like, I used to live with my ex-girlfriend, and I remember, like, she would get so, like, she would have no problem, like, going on her things, and I would be okay with it. You just go out, hang with your friends.
yeah,
But she would have problems with me just hanging out with my friends, you know.
Mm.
And or if I tell her no, it's just like, I don't want you to go there. Like, it's just me with my friends. Like,
Yeah.
you know, she would start crying because
Yeah.
she took it as like, you're rejecting me, or you don't want me there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So what? Like, I don't want to have you around 24/7, right?
exactly.
Right.
And it's
So
just-
yeah, it might be insecurity or trust, or like if, like, especially I think in a relationships where, in a relationship where one of the partners cheats and the other one forgives, even though you forgive, you're like, you, like, the level of insecurity that partner will cheat again is like,
Right.
it's horrible. Like, I don't know if like you can ever get peace again. Where like you can go out with your friends, I can go out with my friends, and like feel reassured that everything will be fine. Nothing will happen.
That must be so hard to recover from. I mean, I also had a similar thing where I was like, I would perform. I was like making art, and I was living like an active, like very social life, and then all of a sudden I have a girlfriend, and I'm like still like going out and like networking to try to kind of make a little name for myself in this like art scene, and your girlfriend doesn't want to go out with you all the time, and so then I would go out, and it did sometimes create friction between us where she like felt like I was like going out and living this separate life without her, although sometimes she would come out with me too, and we have a good time. But yeah, sometimes I think maybe I could have structured it a little bit better to like kind of set the stage of like this is what is happening, although I do feel like I did that too. But
the thing is, you're an artist, man. You have to go out. You have to get exposure and networking and like all of these things.
Yeah. And like I know myself, and like I know like how strict I am about like not cheating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or even, I mean, like I think it never really. It was very far away from even cheating. Like Yeah. But it's hard to deal with when somebody like questions that, and you're like, you just like know yourself, and you're like, I feel like why don't you know me better? Like why don't you trust me? Like
If you could just have access to what's in my head, you would be so.
You'd be so chill,
Right,
yeah.
It's just unicorns.
Yeah.
Now the thing
Care Bears and the fairies.
The fear, and it's also like I think it's a lot of insecurity.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different things, man. Like I had this girlfriend in college. Like it was like the relationship lasted like 3-4 years. It was like my longest relationship, but she had like toxic tendencies, like where she liked it when I was jealous. So she would do things like if we're in like a club, like try to like make me jealous so I get into a fight or something. Like, and she would love that. It would like turn her on if you're in a fight. Like there's all kinds of messed up people. Like even your ex-girlfriend, from how you described it to me, she sounded crazy. Like to the Latina one, right? Like it's just
Latinas are great. Let the thick Latinas stay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I understand. Yeah, like so that is that can be very toxic. The thing is, like, it's also like certain guys might enjoy that, like being like in this particular case, she was just literally like poking your like sensitive spot, and it's like just like to get you like show your animal side.
Yeah.
And this is what takes her off.
This is a difficulty of finding a good, healthy relationship these days.
Yeah.
Like,
no, but I think like,
this was also in the UK, which is a toxic place.
The thing is, like, I shit you not, like, but I think that's not specifically to her, but I think it's all women are like that. If a girl sees a guy who's like fighting, and he performs really well or something, it's like they actually get the hots for him. Like I for example, like I never fought, but like I remember in college there was one time, a couple of times where I went and even though like I'm really small, like I went and I separated the fight and all of this, and it's like real like huge guy. I remember like I was weighing like 55 kilos at the time, and this was like this guy, a friend of mine, young, like 86. And I was like holding him back, and I just like was able to do it. And then like one of my college friends, she was like I've noticed how all of a sudden her body was like gravitating towards me. She was like, oh, it's not something like she can control, because it's something like, oh, this guy, not only he's strong, like his values are really good, because like he was trying like to separate the fight and like make peace.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh my god, it's like this guy's like he can protect. It's like
Right.
this like
Yeah.
fighting protective energy, and the girls are like, oh my god, that's so hot. But it's like the animal side,
Right.
and it's not something like logical that we can control. But
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, my theory is you can sort of show your strength in other ways, I guess. At home,
Washing dishes,
in the bed.
washing dishes, vacuuming the floor. Yeah, I think that's really hot. Yeah, I think that can work.
Lifting heavy weights at home. Like,
Wearing an apron
wearing an apron.
And nothing else.
Nothing else.
and nothing
Yeah.
else, and cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that would be sexy. Like cooking a decent meal, wearing just an apron, put some music, put a glass of wine. Like put some candles on. Oh,
Very nice.
very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
I like that. Do it for me, Daddy. Right now.
Okay.
Cook me an egg, please. Make a sexy time. I want the wine until I black out. Do what you want with me. Put the finger up my bum.
Okay.
Wait, what?
All right. This is
You
getting,
heard
we're
it, guys,
getting
right?
worse and
I
worse.
got the consent. So just
Right.
like
Make me black out.
you don't have to ask me twice.
Tie me up with Christmas lights.
Christmas lights.
I have Christmas lights on my bed, bro.
Make me bite the apple.
Is this what you're into?
Poke me with a fork. So should we close it there?
Sure, yeah. We can do it, yeah.
I'm getting sweaty.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
What was that finale, bro?
I don't